Good morning. It's Monday the 30th of March and we've made it this far. Well done everyone. I hope you've had a nice weekend and are back to the strange routine that is life under coronavirus. I've been looking at some family photos. I've got a family photo album out here. I wonder if you ever look at family photos. Family trees are interesting, aren't they? And it's good to think about the people who have gone before us in our families. We may not be that proud of our own family, but this roots us to the past. In Africa, and I'm sure it was the same in times gone by in this country, if a child was introduced to somebody else, they would say, this is John, the son of Fred, the son of George, the son of Henry or somebody. And that means that child knew that who their roots were. They are much more in touch with the roots and their ancestors and the people who've gone before. I think in our culture we've lost so much and sometimes we feel rootless. And actually it means that there's a pressure to do something with our lives because we're very individualistic and we feel like we're sort of single and we're on our own, but it's not true. Actually, our identity is not just in who we are, but in our roots. It's corporate. We are in community with those who've gone before us. So our family tree, our family photos are really important as we think about who we are. Now let's think about our family tree of faith. Who prayed for us when we were small? Who are our mothers and fathers in the faith? Who helped us to come to faith and who helps us to keep on growing now? So those are the ones that helped us to come to faith, our family tree of faith. And then if we think of ourselves and we think of those underneath us, who are the people that we're praying for? Who are those who we are interested in helping them to develop in their faith? Maybe their children, young people. Think about that. Chapter 11 of Hebrews is reminding Jewish Christians all about their family tree of faith. And as Christians, this remains their heritage. This is the gold dust that they bring with them from Judaism into their life as Christians. Continuity with the past. And what a heritage. These are amazing people of faith. People who stood firm and passed on a dynasty to their children. We can grow stronger as we know we are part of something bigger and part of God's big story. Even when we feel small and insignificant and rudderless, this roots and anchors us. We are part of a big, big story. So let's read Hebrews 11, half of it this morning. And Hebrews 11 is a collection of stories of faith. Well, in fact, it's sort of headlines of faith, really, and points to the Old Testament where we can read more about the stories of faith of these heroes. So first of all, Abraham. By faith, Abraham was ready to sacrifice Isaac, his son, in obedience to God. By faith, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph all came along, all blessed their sons, knowing that they were passing on faith to them and that they were part of God's bigger promise. Then Moses, who we've just been studying since January, all through our sermon series on Exodus. Moses, a life of faith and struggle, who led the people out of Egypt and spoke with God face to face, who saw the invisible God. And then the part we finish with today is Joshua. He led the people into the promised land and they marched round Jericho. A man of faith. All these put faith into action. So many stories. And tomorrow we'll look at more. And all of these people had their eye not on this world and the rewards of this world, but on that heavenly reward that we read about on Saturday. That God had something far into the future. These guys all knew they were part of something bigger, something eternal. It makes me think of a song called Love All Along, which is quite a new song. And it takes us right back to the beginning and the garden it speaks of, and how we ended our time as human beings in the garden of God, and takes us through a story of the Old Testament. And it was love right from the beginning, love all along, love all along. Well, I think Hebrews 11 is saying a similar thing. It was faith all along, faith all along, faith all along. And I wonder what these heroes of faith would want to say to us today. Well done. Keep going. You're doing well. Don't give up now. God is faithful and will never let you down. So let's pray. Father, we thank you for our family tree of faith, for our mothers and fathers in faith, for those who helped us to come to faith and who help us to keep growing. Lead us to pray for children and young people to know you and have faith in you, especially through these difficult times. May we draw strength from those who have gone before and their stories of faith in a faithful God. Amen. See you tomorrow.